Thanks for joining. This is Live with Miami's Community News. And as anticipated, because as soon as we spoke via text or whatever it was yesterday, I started getting phone calls, all right? So this is AlJohn Farquharson. Did I get that right?
Yes, you did.
Okay, finally, after a year and a half.
You know, being infamous is not so bad either. You know, if that's how I have to start, I'll take it.
Okay, so inquiring minds want to know, especially you out there, you know who I'm talking to, all right? They want to know, why are you here today?
All right. I'm here today because a week ago, there was a meeting at Coral Reef Park for the cafe at Coral Reef Park, which I have expressed a lot of interest in.
Be a vendor, to provide.
Be a vendor. I want to run it. I suggested during my campaign in November that the village run it, but I mean, I guess there's rules around that. I don't know. So I expressed interest. That meeting was held last Friday. I was there. Fanny Carmona is the director of parks. I know her. I asked her at the same time, hey, Fanny, there's a little area over by where the building was destroyed. It's the old air conditioning little nook there where they hide the AC equipment. I'm an AC contractor, licensed, by the way. Can I clean that up?
You mean like a Dade County license, a real one?
Like I bought it for cheap.
Okay.
We won't discuss the price of that. Anyways, so I asked her, can I clean that up? Can I like take care of that and just like make it a little facility where I can just, you know, put some of my art in there? Okay, I'll get back to you. Send me an email of the picture. And I did that. Picture here. This is what I'm talking about. Can we do that? I received a reply Monday saying, yeah, go ahead. The manager says it's okay.
A Monday? Which Monday was that?
This Monday.
A couple days ago?
Yes.
Okay.
I work in days, man. If I can get things done in hours, I'll do it.
Okay.
So anyhow, I moved forward on Wednesday. I had an opening in the morning, and I went there in the morning, cleaned everything up, and put some art in there. I told Fanny my art is kind of expensive.
Can we get a picture of that, Tommy? I think it's on around Palmetto Bay.
Yes.
Okay. And there's some pictures of him and your kids. And can we figure out how to get that? In the meanwhile, let's keep on going.
So I told her I was going to lock it, you know, because it could be stolen. It's copper's actually gone up in price lately, so it's pretty valuable stuff by recycling standards. So anyway, she said, yeah, that's fine. And I said, look, it's not permanent. I'll take it out in a little while. I'd like somebody else to go in there after. That would be really the goal. And they said, yes, it's okay. So I did it right after I got home.
Is this it right here?
That's it.
Okay.
You know,
let's finish with the story. So you get permission. So you start doing it.
Right after I get home from doing it.
On Wednesday.
Yes. On that day.
On Wednesday. Today's Friday.
Yeah, I did it Wednesday. Right after
48 hours ago. Less than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right around there. Yes.
I want to put it in context.
There. Right after I get home from doing it. I don't drive the car. My father-in-law drives. So I'm checking my emails on the way home from Coral Reef Park to my house. It's like 10-minute drive. And I see a message from Fanny saying, oh, you're not allowed to do it. Let's hold off on that.
At that point, it's done.
At that point, the lock is on. So, and I did a lot of work. So I called Karen and said,
mayor.
Yes, hey, Karen, can you help me out with this? Like, I don't know what the problem is.
Wait, so they said you can't do it, but at that point, it's already completed.
Yes.
You had approval to do it?
I mean, yes.
Okay.
I had an email showing, yeah, go ahead with it. To be honest, I was surprised that they gave me the approval to do it because, I don't know. Okay. Nobody ever gives me the approval to do anything in this town, but village. But they did give me the approval. So I did it. I hop on things. That's the kind of guy I am. We'll do it if I get the chance. Karen said she didn't really know much about it. She'd asked the village manager to help me out and look into it.
That's after you received the no, you can't do it. But at that point, already done.
Right. So then at this point, I come to find out that Marcia Matson at the meeting the night before.
Tuesday night.
Yes. Expressed grave disinterest in the project because it has to run through art in public places. This is not an art building. This is a mechanical
How big is that, the area?
It's a circle, maybe 8.5, 10 feet,
Can we, Tommy, can we try to put that back up again?
Yeah.
Thank you. By the way, Mainline Marlins by Tommy Stitz every day in Miami's community newspapers. All right, you can read it here and also on podcasts all over. All
He's
right,
number 69 out of 10,000.
Yes, congratulations.
Nationwide.
Yes, congratulations,
Dude, it's worth
Tommy.
listening to.
Yes,
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
and he
man,
knows his
dude,
stuff.
bro. Man,
right?
do it. That's really.
I'll be
cool.
glad to talk to him about Marlins a little bit later on. What do you think, Tommy?
He might have more followers than they have attendees at the stadium.
Okay,
I don't know.
so this room where this is a room that was already built. This is made out of concrete.
It's been there for, I don't know, as long as the building was.
So you went and you put this art in there. People can walk by and view the art.
It's locked up because clearly it's, it's metal. It could be.
And what is the door?
The door is the same door that locked it, the air conditioning equipment.
And you can see in.
Yes.
Okay. So people walking by can see this. All right.
If you could show what it looked like before with broken, inside of that building, there weren't just ACs that were decommissioned. They were stripped of their valuable parts.
What happened to the equipment that was in there?
I took it to the recycling yard.
Okay.
And
so you cleaned it up. You had permission. You put in art that's on public display. People can see it behind the locked door.
No money involved.
And people can see it. They can't take it. They can't touch it, but they can see it. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So
now the village manager calls me.
When was that?
After Karen is like, "Oh, I don't disagree with you." That's like one of her favorite.
So
lines.
that was on Thursday.
Yeah.
That was yesterday. Today's Friday.
You're losing me here. That was the same day, Wednesday.
Okay.
He called me the same day, Wednesday, a few hours after I finished it in the evening, like 4 o'clock.
I'll bet he takes care of his air conditioning customers the same way. You call him, he's got to be out there and do it. That's extraordinary. You got permission. You went and you did it. You spent the day there. You got rid of the old stuff. You put in this art for public display.
Ask a lot of my customers. I'll show up within 10 minutes.
So on the art that you have in there, that's art that you made, right? You made that.
Yes.
From spare parts of different equipment.
Well, I recycled my equipment and I get other beautiful looking copper that's there at the yard. So then I make it. Yeah.
Okay. So the village manager calls you and he says, "Listen, AlJohn,
I got bad news. You got to take it down." And I was like, "Ooh, I got bad news too. My padlock's on there and I'm not taking it down." I'm not taking it down.
Taking it down, you mean
like undoing all the work I just did for the past 3 hours.
Okay.
And no, actually, I did work the day before, about 4.5, 5 hours of work. No, I'm not taking it down. Instantly, he was like upset and like, "Look, I'm new here and I missed this, and you got to take it down." And I was like, "Nick, this is not."
That's a village manager.
Yes, Nick, this is not political. Like, you being new here, maybe you missed the political side of Palmetto Bay. This was something that I wanted to do as an air conditioning owner in an air conditioning facility to make it look nicer. It looked like crap. Can I say crap?
I guess you just did.
All right. And now it looks like at least something. And after that, people can use it after me. Oh, there's proper channels you have to run it through. And you have to take it out and run it through those channels. But Nick, the people who are forcing me to now take it out control those channels. So they are not going to let me take it in.
Is there an objection to the art that is in there?
Well, Marcia, after watching the meeting.
Village council member.
Yes.
District what?
3.
District 3.
Okay. I have expressed interest in that seat, which is why I think this whole thing is happening. Anyhow, she says that it's not fair that other artists didn't get a chance to bid on the space. The thing is, only after I put in the thought, initiative, and work did it become an art space.
Okay. So let's look. So you have your stuff there, and the city says, "Hey, we want you to remove it." Perhaps there's a thing where they could be in there for 3 months or 6 months or whatever it is, and then subsequently put it out to bid, if you will.
I suggested that.
Okay.
I said, "Listen, Nick, the only thing that's fair here is that you guys throw me a bone And since I did all this, you give me a chance, just let it stay there for like a month, and like, then I'll take it out and then turn it over to your committee.
So it does not require any more or any less maintenance than it did before for the village.
The place was in disrepute.
Okay.
So there was no maintenance going on it. And I'm not trying to expose any staff issues. I am exposing that this turned political for zero. I am running for office.
Okay, so let me ask you, if the village goes over there with the big bolt cutters, they take off that bolt, right?
Oh, they can't do it like that. They'll have to cut the whole fence out.
Okay.
That same lock has been on my shed. Fire department tried to cut it.
Okay, so let's say they open it up and they get it. What do you think they might do with that artwork?
Well, I would hope that they would just keep it for me to pick up. I was given permission to do it. It's not.
To do what?
To put my art there after I cleaned up the place. It's not something that I'm charging. Art in public places was created so that when buildings were built, these people would have to pay a certain amount of money. There's no money here.
So what if the city came back to you and they said, hey, listen, we want to keep everybody happy, plus give opportunities for other people. And they say, listen, here's what we're going to do. Let's try to put agreement.
I would say, duh.
2 months or a 3-month thing. And then in the meanwhile, that maybe they would put together a proposal for people to be able to display their art, including you could be an applicant for it.
I have no interest in displaying my art there anymore.
Okay,
my art has already been there. My deed has been done. I created a space out of nothing. That makes me, it's called the Nook, by the way. The Nook at Coral Reef Park. That's what it's called.
All right. So again,
I coined that.
Again, because I know there's people on both sides of this issue.
Yeah, and that's another issue. There's only 2 groups, and there's people on both sides. And those 2 people don't want number 3 to come into the game. And I'm coming into the game.
Okay, so if you could push a button and you could get what you wanted for this, and in the fairness doctrine of the world, all right, what is it that you would like to see happen? Concerning the Nook and your artwork?
What I would like to see happen is this be turned over entirely to a non-government affiliated art organization. Art in public places is focused on money that comes in from a building to make the place look nice. This is not what I want this place to be. I want this place to be a place where people who would never have a chance to do anything have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Make it for 1 month, make it for however long. Somebody can decide, make it non-government affiliated, somebody local.
But let's talk about right now. If they called you up and they said, hey, AlJohn, just tell us what you want immediately for the Nook and your artwork in there, what might that be?
If they agreed to turn over, like I just said.
But what about your artwork? If they say, listen, if you don't take it out of there, all right, if you don't take it out,
they still have to cut it out.
Okay,
they still have to cut it out. If I'm not getting any concessions, they got to cut it out.
Good.
I want to see that happen.
Right. Hey, listen, but
the man accused me of just setting this all up for political reasons. You're just trying to be a martyr. I have a history of donating stuff years back before running for. I like it.
If I remember right,
I like doing that stuff.
You brought in a guitar that you made and you played it, right?
No, actually, I didn't play it. I sang a cappella.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
Damn it! I swore I would never sing a cappella, and you got me to do it.
Yeah, well, actually, Tommy did, and so.
I thought that music was playing throughout the whole. No, it was just in here. Nobody heard it. They just heard me singing.
All right, so let's go back again, because I know some people in City Hall are going to either listening or about to. So if the city says to you, listen, in 30 days or 45 days or 60 days.
I'm not taking it out.
Okay, all right.
I'm not doing nothing.
All right.
They have to make this the reason I said, like, they have to say, hey, Alan.
Are you willing to?
AlJohn, I'm sorry that we turned this into you being a criminal. By the way, my criminal record is now, David Singer brought that up. Oh, why is a criminal working at the park? Oh, wow. This has turned into something. I want an apology or cut it out from everybody. Everybody, the 5 council members, I want an apology. They're obviously in on it.
To apology for what?
For making me look like a villain when all I did was do something nice.
Why is somebody doing that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I look like the bad guy here. Why did this guy get a chance to do this art and nobody else got a chance?
Because you asked.
Because I did the work and I asked.
You asked.
Now
right?
I'm looking like a criminal.
All right. Well, okay. Let's talk about it. So if the city goes in and they take the door off and the
hopefully I'm there to film it.
Okay.
Hopefully they don't stage it as a robbery. But who knows,
folks? It's gonna be be interesting.
I won't put anything past them at this point.
Okay.
Because all they had to do was say thank you.
All right. So we got a lot of comments here. Okay. Oh wow. We'll start up there. Forget David Singer. He was here yesterday. He got enough. He got enough press.
The dude has an opinion that is on repeat.
Okay.
You know.
Crib. How does a politician feel if others circumvent the rules? All right.
I got permission by asking people who are in charge.
You got approval from
the council, as far as I'm aware. I don't know. Is not in charge of that little area of maintenance facility.
You didn't independently go there by yourself without asking permission?
Yes, I did go there independently by myself.
Okay.
Ask permission, get permission from the 2 people. They said yes. I did it before they said no. And then after they said no, I said, screw you.
All right. So you had approval to do it.
Can it be any clearer than that?
All right. So you had permission there.
And I'll still say, Fanny, by the way, she's cool in my book.
All right.
Fanny, I'm sorry. Look, Fanny, I'm sorry if this is coming down to roost on your plate. I just asked you if I could do something nice. I didn't mean to cause you a problem. If this is causing you a problem, I'm sorry.
Okay. Kelly Harper Willis, AlJohn got permission from Palmetto Bay, said manager. Oh, got permission from Palmetto Bay. Manager did the project get posted? It's hard for me to read it. But anyway, so you can read the comments up there. I'm going to go back to my optometrist, get more glasses.
The comments of people are important, but really, I'd like to hear what the other side has to say. You know, I'd like to hear what the other.
Put one in there. I'm a resident.
Okay. Oh, we have resident Tommy Stitz. Okay. This is what he says. Listen up, guys. Palmetto Bay is the most mismanaged municipality in America. Crooks and criminals run that village. What a joke. Oh my goodness gracious.
That let me tell you, this whole thing leads me to what I have to say. Palmetto Bay has the most important election coming up. Next election.
And you're running.
I haven't decided really what I'm running for yet.
You ran before just so people know.
I was going to run for District 3, but now I'm still like, oh man, I might just go for it all because I don't work for nobody. I work for myself.
Independent soul.
I work for but anyhow, Palmetto Bay needs 2 things.
Hold on for a second. We have the most important person in the house right over here.
Cuban coffee.
Denise Sabrera right here.
Yes.
Right? And by the way, she loves.
Remember me? I'm the mask guy. Remember my mask? Where everybody cracking up in here? We're having a good time. Yes. Yeah. Right.
Oh, okay. How about this? All right. Why don't you? Let's see, Mr. Miller. Hard to read? Question mark. Are you biased as well? Unbelievable. Facts matter. Yes, they sure do. All right. Patty Hitchcock Tate, love your art. This was creative and sad. Some turned it into another
circus.
issue. All right.
Circus. I'm P.T. Barnum.
Okay. Hey, by the way, one of the things that happens when you put on things like this, when you have a really long paragraph, sometimes the lines run together. So if they're a little shorter, it's a little bit easier to read. Okay.
But here's what Palmetto Bay needs. We need options. We need a third party, people who are not on one side or the other, people who are on the middle. Palmetto Bay, few people got to grow a pair, whether that be men, women, but you got to step up and run. And then the other thing is people need to vote these people out. That needs to happen.
All right. So let's look at, recently on around Palmetto Bay and around Pinecrest, there's some photographs they can see of your other artwork. There are a lot of comments on there, including you posted something interesting about your dad. Why don't you tell folks what you posted and why you did?
My dad was deported.
And pray tell, why was that?
For flying in thousands of pounds of weed.
All right. So, and that was what years were that?
Oh man, he did it just before I was born.
All right.
That's the reason I'm named Alan John.
So
that's his name.
Can you tell us what the punishment was besides being deported for that? Do you remember what it was? It's posted on there.
I didn't read that document.
It was minor.
I didn't read that document because it hurt too much to read it.
So why did you post that?
I posted that because I'm going to get ahead of any a-hole who wants to put my past in front of me.
Okay. That was your dad. What about you? Tell everybody so it's out of the way.
I had a fight with my sister one night because some guy was living. My mom she has been a very helpful person to people and had people take advantage of that, in my opinion. So there's a gentleman living at our house around this time, right after my dad got deported, and he is a pastor.
To Jamaica.
No, he actually got deported. Yeah, he got deported to Jamaica. Then he went to Trinidad.
Okay.
So yes, there's a gentleman living in the house, and he's staying there for free, watching TV late at night. He just annoys me. I'm a 20-year-old kid, and what are you doing staying up late at night in my house? This is my domain. So I come home drunk one night and get into a fight with this guy.
With the guy?
Yes. And I push my sister out of the way to get to him. Me and my sister.
Was she defending him, standing in the way on purpose?
She will stand in the way of a lot of the stuff I've done in my life.
Okay.
You know, she's just, we buck heads. But now that we're older, we get along. When we were that age, we were not getting along.
When was the last time you talked with her? More or less.
Like 2 days ago.
Perfect. Okay. So your dad gets deported because he he imported some pot. The plane, small plane.
It's a pretty cool story.
Crashed, and then they were walking.
He landed it.
He landed
safely.
Remember that?
He ran out of fuel.
Good for him. Ran out of fuel. Damn, that last 20 miles.
It was foggy. It was foggy.
For you guys that just moved to the area, that was common. All right.
It was common, actually. A lot of people flew weed in. It was very common.
So imagine that, so you go look 30 years later, you can go down the street and you can buy a couple ounces and not have a problem.
Right.
Legal.
Right.
Medical or recreational, depending on what state you're in.
Anyhow, so after my dad gets deported, he kept this a secret. I didn't know this my whole life. I'm growing up like.
What happened to the guy?
What guy?
The guy that you got into a house with.
Oh, I'm not a good fighter. I was really drunk. I kind of fell on the floor and hit my face, and then kind of the fight fizzled out. My sister said, "I'm calling the cops. I'm calling the cops."
Did she?
Yeah, she did.
Okay.
I spent the night hiding in the bushes.
Okay. So people, if they want to know more, they can go look you up. They can go on Facebook. They can find out all about your father. All right. All about your arrest. So there's nothing hidden anymore. Right.
I got drunk at a wedding and caused some problems. And I had a DUI from another wedding. This is all in the space of like a year and a half of my dad being deported. So like my world goes from like mom and dad married to dad being a criminal deported.
We are a very forgiving country. When you look at people that I know that have been in prison, not just jail, but in prison, meaning for over a year, over the years, as a matter of fact, we've hired them as one of the congressmen recognized us for the work that we do and trying to help people get back into society. At this point of at least in my life, my brothers, it's just something that happens to people when they misbehave and they get caught. But back to Palmetto Bay. You had permission, you went, you spent the day, you fixed it up, you put your art inside, you locked it like it was locked before. People could walk by and see that. Right?
It was not locked before.
Okay.
It was just open. Anybody could have gone. I think I made it more secure.
Well, people can go see some really good pictures on around Palmetto Bay and around Pinecrest. You can see that. There's 4, 5, 6 pictures over there.
Yeah.
You cleaned it up.
Yeah.
I saw you on top there cleaning the top of the thing.
That was fun.
Yeah.
And
for a guy that is to get on ladders, my hats off to you. So here you are. Everything is spilled out. Now, some people have said that this was just all political on your part, right? And that you put the art in there for political reasons.
I will do anything to get my name out there, to get into office. So if you want to say that it was all political, yeah. My point here, I don't care if they don't give me the cafe. I hope they give me the cafe. I'm still going to apply for the cafe. That has to go through approval with all these people that now. But yeah, I'm getting into that office, one or the other. And that's what this is about.
Well,
and yes, if you want to say that's political, I did it to be nice.
Well, you guys, again, take a look at the pictures. Go by, where is this, your nook, the nook, right?
At the entrance to Coral Reef Park.
And people can walk
right
by?
next to the playground.
Okay.
The destroyed building is on one little area, and it's right next to it.
How what's the size of this?
It's a circular building that actually has art on the outside of it. It's pretty.
I mean, is it 300 square feet altogether?
300? It's probably less than 100.
Okay, so you made it into something attractive. People can look at it. I hope that you and the village, the city, the manager, whoever is responsible for that, work out something. So
if they call me and tell me that they will let somebody run that little area, not me, fine. I'll take my art out today. I'll take it out today. If they give the control, like, it has to be for people who won't get a chance.
Listen,
no bureaucracy.
Yeah, so lots of people don't want to be squeezed up against it, but they're obviously people go and they can figuratively smack people on that. That's not what should get them. You guys should work out something that everybody's happy. Everybody knows, all right, the city ultimately can do what it wants to do.
Yeah, of course.
For sure, if the city makes some aggressive steps, make sure that his artwork, the sculpture you spent hours and hours, is protected. It's your obligation, all right, to do that, all right?
Oh, man, if they destroy my artwork, it's going to be a big problem.
Yes. So
that's not called, like, if they destroy my artwork, it's going to be a big problem.
I don't think they will.
That would be just really silly.
All right.
But anyhow, hopefully that doesn't happen.
Well, we love Palmetto Bay. And I'm not going to mention David Singer. Not going to mention David Singer anymore. All right. By the way, did you know that? Do you know that Steve Cody beat David Singer? All right. Listen. So congratulations to you on acting quickly, with approval, with permission from the city, and I hope you guys work it out. And when you file, as you move along, be sure to come back. When the next time you come back, let's have some display of one of your portable pieces.
I'm not singing a cappella again.
Yeah, we're gonna get to next time.
You better get that audio on the thing next time.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Hey, listen, tune in to Mainline Marlins every day at Miami's Community News, so you can find one podcast all over the place. Tommy,
number 69.
Yeah, Tommy, thank you so much.
Out of 10,000, you're the best, Tommy.
Have a great day. And also Crimson Stunner, I think it's the Stunner.
Oh, he's one of my biggest fans.
Oh, there you go. All right. Hey, thanks for writing in, folks. We'll talk to you later.
He likes me the most.
He's the guy. All right.